Imagine yourself stepping into a vast, timeless library, a sanctuary carved from ancient oak and whispered secrets. The air is cool against your skin, carrying the faint, comforting scent of weathered paper and polished wood. Your footsteps echo softly on the worn stone floor, each sound swallowed by the stillness that wraps around you like a gentle embrace. Overhead, the high ceilings disappear into shadows, pierced by slivers of golden light filtering through tall, stained glass windows. The light shifts slowly, dancing across rows of endless shelves, casting a warm glow that seems to breathe with the rhythm of your own quiet heartbeat. Listen closely. There's the faint rustle of a page turning somewhere in the distance, a sound so delicate it feels like a memory. Beyond that, a soft murmur, like the hum of a distant conversation, weaves through the air, blending with the occasional creak of an old wooden chair settling into its years. A subtle breeze slips through an unseen crack, brushing your cheek with a tender chill, as if the library itself is exhaling a sigh of relief on your behalf. And yet, as you stand here, there's something lingering just out of reach, a whisper, a familiar tone, hiding among the shelves, stirring a quiet curiosity in your chest. It calls to you faintly, like a half-remembered dream, weaving through the stillness, promising something you can't quite name. I know why you've come here, why this place feels like a refuge. The world outside these walls is loud, isn't it? It presses against you with its demands, its endless to-do lists, the weight of being everything to everyone. I can feel it in the way your shoulders slump just a little, carrying the burden of deadlines that never seem to end. The late-night worries about whether you're doing enough for your family, for your career, for yourself. Remember how mornings used to feel lighter, when you'd wake with a sense of possibility instead of a mental checklist already ticking away. Or those quiet evenings, now so rare, when you could sit with a cup of coffee and just be, without the phone buzzing or a voice calling your name. There's a pang, isn't there, when you catch your reflection in the mirror some days, seeing the lines etched deeper, the fatigue that lingers in your eyes, a silent reminder of all you've poured out. I know the ache of longing for a moment of peace, the nostalgia for a time when life didn't feel like a race against the clock. And yet, even now, as you stand in this quiet, can't you hear it? That faint whisper from the edges of your mind, a voice or a memory, growing just a little clearer, as if it's been waiting for you to pause long enough to listen. It's closer now, threading through the stillness of this library, tugging at something deep within you, something you've almost forgotten, but can feel stirring again. And then, I'm here. It's me, Eli, stepping out from between the towering shelves, my voice as soft as the turning of a page, as familiar as an old friend who's been waiting just for you. I've been here all along, you know, tending to this library of memories, keeping the quiet safe for when you'd need it most. Come closer. Can you hear the faint scratch of a pen on paper as I set down my work? The subtle creak of the floorboards beneath my slow steps. The air shifts with the scent of old leather bindings as I draw near, and there's a warmth in my presence, like the glow of a desk lamp on a rainy night. Let's walk together down this aisle, where the dust motes float lazily in the amber light, and I'll remind you of the moments we've tucked away here. Do you remember that autumn afternoon years ago, when we sat by a window in a library much like this one? The rain pattered softly against the glass, a rhythmic lullaby, while we shared stories over steaming mugs of tea, the ceramic warm against your palms. Or that summer evening when we wandered through a quiet park after a long day, the grass cool beneath your bare feet, the distant laughter of children fading into a golden dusk as we spoke of dreams and burdens. And then there was that winter night, huddled in a tiny bookshop, the scent of pine and cinnamon lingering in the air from a nearby candle, the weight of the world outside melting as we lost ourselves in the pages of a worn novel. These moments, they're still here, etched into the very shelves around us, and they hold something more, a memory, a truth that's been waiting to unfold. I can see it in your eyes, the way they search the shadows now. It's almost time to remember what it was that made those days so light. Let me sit with you now, right here on this old wooden bench, the surface smooth from years of quiet visitors. Feel the faint vibration of the library settling around us, the distant echo of a book being slid back into place, the soft warmth of late afternoon light resting on your shoulders. I know the noise of the world has been heavy, pulling at you from every direction, but you don't have to carry it alone. Let it slip away, just for this moment, like sand through your fingers, each grain falling with a whisper against the floor. You've done so much, held so much together. Your strength is quieter than you think, but it's there, steady as the heartbeat of this library. I'm proud of you for showing up day after day, even when it feels like too much. And I want you to know that this pressure, this loudness that surrounds you, it doesn't define you. It's a storm, yes, but storms pass, and they leave behind a stillness that's richer for having weathered them. Let me tell you what I've learned in all my years among these shelves. Struggle is not a weight to bear forever, but a teacher, shaping you into someone who knows the value of a quiet moment. Think of how a book, once closed, holds its story within, waiting to be reopened, not diminished, but deepened by time. So too with you, every challenge, every sleepless night. It's writing a story of resilience in your bones. And that memory I've been hinting at, the one that's been whispering to you, it's from a day long ago when you stood at a crossroads in your life, overwhelmed by choices, by noise, much like now. But you chose a path, didn't you? And in that choice, you found a strength you didn't know you had, a strength that carried you through a moment of doubt to a place of quiet triumph, sitting with a friend, laughing over something small but meaningful, the world fatting to a hum as you realized you made it through. That strength is still yours, waiting in these shelves, in the rustle of every page, in the cool touch of this bench beneath you, in the golden light that hasn't dimmed. Life isn't about silencing the noise forever, but learning to step into places like this, where you can hear your own thoughts again, where you can breathe. Time is a river, my friend, and though it rushes, it also carves paths of peace if you let it. You are not the sum of your stresses, but the quiet spaces between them, the moments like this, where you can rest and remember who you are. As the light begins to soften, turning the library into a canvas of twilight blues and golds, I'll walk with you one last time down this aisle, my voice growing quieter, like a breeze slipping through an open window. Feel the faint brush of air against your neck, the distant murmur of the world outside fading to nothing, replaced by the gentle rhythm of your own breath. The shelves seem to lean in, their shadows long and comforting, the scent of old paper wrapping around you like a blanket. We've wandered through memories together, haven't we? We've sifted through the noise and found the quiet that was always waiting. I'm so glad you came here to this library of whispers, to let the weight lift, even if just for a while. As I step back now, my presence fading like the last note of a soft melody, I leave you with this stillness, this sanctuary, to hold on to whenever the world grows loud again. Rest here, in the cool embrace of this place, where the golden light lingers on your skin, where the faint rustle of pages promises there's always more to discover. Before I go, tell me of a moment that lingers in your heart, a quiet memory that brings you peace. Share it below if you'd like, so we can keep this library alive with whispers of our own. Until we meet again, my friend, let this calm carry you. Let it be your refuge. Goodbye for now, with all the warmth of a page turned gently in the night.